Hi friends, welcome back. In this lecture, I am going to discuss the ideal strategy to attempt the UPSC Prelims paper on the day of exam. Guys, my name is Santosh Pandey. I have the unique distinction of cracking the Prelims examination 6 out of 6 times, scoring one of the highest marks in the Prelims examination, 30 to 40 marks more than the cutoff, and I was able to do this because I had a plan for the exam day. Guys, there is a saying in English that failing to plan is planning to fail. Guys, you need a plan for the D-Day. You need a plan for the D-Day so that you are able to optimize your effort on the day of exam and maximize your marks on the day of exam. Guys, in this lecture, I am going to give you practical tips which has helped me and can help you on the day of exam. I will show you exactly which questions to attempt first. I'm going to show you exactly which questions to leave. I'm going to show exactly which questions you have to eliminate options. Guys, this video is going to be very important video for your prelims examination. Do watch till the end of this video. I can tell you, when you finish this video, your confidence level about the prelims examination will be very high, guys. So in this video, we are going to discuss these pointers. What is the sequence of subject you need to attempt in the UPSC Prelims examination? Second thing, when to apply elimination technique. Third thing, when to leave a question. This is the most important thing. Most people, they are only talking about how to attempt the paper. I will teach you how to leave a question, guys. Leaving a question is very important. The art of leaving a question is very important. If you want to crack prelims examination, remember this, you don't need 100 out of 100 questions. Last year cutoff was just 87 marks. You just need 50 questions and you will be inside. Guys, next is how to understand the difficulty of the paper and how to decide how many questions to attempt. These are the questions which I am going to address in this lecture, guys, and these are the questions which will be there in most of the minds of the aspirants. So let us start. So guys, first thing first is, remember, UPSC Prelims examination is like a 2-hour race. It's a 2-hour race. You are running. Okay, you have to finish the race, means there are 100 obstacles. Okay, you think UPSC Prelims examination like, you think UPSC Prelims examination like 100-meter race. Okay, you think like this. It's a 100-meter race, and in that 100-meter race, you have to overcome like this 100 obstacles. You have to overcome these 100 obstacles and you have to finish the race. Okay. So in a race, guys, imagine you are running a race and in the very first second, second, guys, you meet with a very big obstacle and you fall. You fall on the ground. Your confidence dips. Now you start questioning, will I be able to finish this race? And now you imagine a second scenario. In the second scenario, guys, you are starting your race with confidence. You are starting with race with a lot of confidence and you are running and you reach till 50 obstacle and you were able to manage all these 50 obstacle, and then the 51st obstacle came, a very big obstacle. But till the 50 obstacle, because you are running, you have got the momentum, you have got the confidence, you will destroy the 51st obstacle and you will continue running. That is what is happening in the prelims examination. Most candidates who even after doing a lot of hard work are unable to crack the prelims examination because they don't know how to start the exam. Guys, how to start the exam? Do not start with question number 1. Start with easy obstacles. Start with predictable obstacles. Start where you are confident that you will be handling them properly. Guys, which subject is this? Where every candidate is most confident? Which subject is this? Where most of the questions will come from the static subject? Which subject is this? This subject is polity. Guys, in polity, most of the questions are from the M. Lakshmikant book. Most of the questions are conceptual. Most of the questions are direct. Most of the questions you can solve easily with high accuracy level. Guys, this is the first thing. Do not start with question number 1. Start with polity. Start with polity. This is my first advice to everyone. Start with polity. How to attempt polity? What all you need to keep in mind when solving polity? Let me tell you guys. So in polity, guys, there are two different kinds of questions. One questions are simple, direct, conceptual question. Guys, you can see here which of the following articles talks about privacy right. You can see which part of the constitution talks about municipality. Which list is the state list, this kind of questions. Very simple questions. These are called simple questions. You can't afford to miss such questions. Start your race, start your journey on the day of exam with this section, guys. These are the easiest, I would say, easiest ones, and here you have to attempt the most. You have to score the most. Guys, last year around 12 to 13 questions, 12 to 13 questions approximately, you can consider 15 questions also if you include the current affairs, are coming from polity. Your aim, your objective on the day of exam in the first 20 minutes must be you have to get it at least 10 correct in polity. At least 10 correct in polity. Here you can see here ethics committee. This is purely current affairs question. Last year. So this kind of questions will come either direct from the Lakshmikant or it will come directly from the current affairs. If you have followed my Optima cards, if you have followed my Optima test, then you will be prepared for these type of questions which are current based questions. And if you have gone through my NCRT test, if you have gone through my static test, then you will be prepared for handling these kinds of questions also. So guys, in the polity section, I would like to request every one of you, first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes, guys, 10 questions. You should pocket 20 marks. Guys, remember this, the cutoff is around 90 marks. So in the first 15-20 minutes, if you score around 20 marks, this is the minimum I'm talking about. You are in a comfortable position, guys. After polity, what to do? Which is the second subject which is very conceptual? Which is the second subject which questions are coming directly from the static sources? Guys, that subject is nothing but economy, guys. Economy subject is very conceptual. Most of the questions are coming directly from the NCRT or the standard books. Guys, you can see here the questions on secondary sector, primary sector, tertiary sector, working capital, fixed capital, directly from the NCERTs. If you have solved our NCRT test, guys, not a single question you will miss here. This year I am expecting question on CRR, OMO, all these kinds of questions will come. These are very conceptual, very easy to solve. So second, after solving polity, solve these questions. Guys, in economy, there is a problem. In economy, around 50% of the questions are current based questions. You can see collateral, borrowing and lending obligation. Such term based questions, current affairs questions. Guys, when you are reading the economy questions, guys, that term only you have to decide. Either you have to solve it or you have to cross it. Because guys, these are directly term based questions. There is no logic here. If you know it, you mark it. If you don't know it, you cut it, so that you save your time. When you come for the second round, you don't read this again, because you have decided in the first reading that I am not going to solve this. Why you are not going to solve this? Because it is a current oriented, it is a direct factual question, direct one-liner question. There is no elimination techniques here. Either you know it or you leave it. So in the first reading only, guys, you have to cut it. If you don't know it, you have to cut it. Again I am saying, in the first reading only in economy question, you know it, you solve it. You don't know it, you cut it. Because guys, let me tell you that these kinds of questions which are one-liner question A, B, C, D, there is not much elimination techniques here. You have to know it and you have to solve it, or you have to leave it. Simple. So here also, guys, there are around 12 to 15 questions. Here solving, I believe, 7 or 8 questions out of 12 to 15 questions is a big achievement. So guys, here you can see here 15 marks. 15 marks in economy. So we have 20 marks in polity and 15 marks in economy. And here also guys, hardly 15 minutes. You can see here 15 polity, 15 economy, okay, or 20 minutes. Okay, so in the first 40 minutes, what have we achieved? In the first 40 minutes, we have achieved something substantial. What is that we have achieved? In the first 40 minutes, we have achieved something that is, you can see here, 20 questions. Okay. You can see here, first 40 minutes, polity, okay, 10 questions is equal to 20 marks, and then economy 8 questions is equal to 16 marks, which is around, you can see here, how many marks? Okay, so around 16 questions net, you are correct, and this is around 20 plus 16, around 35 marks. Around 35 marks you have achieved in the first 40 minutes only, and this is the easiest section. This is the section which you are preparing for the entire year. What are you reading? You are reading Lakshmikant, you are reading economy. So guys, that is the subject you need to attempt first and gather the maximum marks. Guys, remember the cutoff is around 90 marks. If you score 35 marks, okay, just in the first 40 minutes, so 1/3 of the task is done. 1/3 of the task is done. Okay, some people say, sir, how can I be confident that I'll be able to solve, okay, 10 plus question in polity? Guys, if you can't solve in polity, then you have to question yourself, what are you doing for the entire year? You have to question yourself, how are you going to qualify the prelims examination if your accuracy level is not good in polity, if your accuracy level is not good in economy? How are you going to qualify the prelims exam? You start questioning yourself, you start questioning your preparation level, guys. So this is what I want you to achieve. First 40 to 45 minutes, I want every one of you who is watching this video, score around 35 marks. Get around, you can see here, get around 16 questions minimum. 16 to 17 questions minimum, guys, you need to score. Okay, 16 to 17 questions, you can see 18 questions, not 16, 18 questions. Around 18 questions you need to score. Okay, next, after this, what you need to do is that you need to move to geography. Why geography? Guys, geography has two types of questions. Geography have two kinds of questions. First type of questions are conceptual questions directly taken from the NCERT. If you have solved my NCERT test, which is there is a part of our lecture test series, guys, I can tell you all the questions which you will get in these NCERT based questions will be covered in our test series last year. Okay, all these conceptual questions which were directly taken from the NCERT were covered in our lecture test series static test, guys. So this you need to attempt properly. These are conceptual questions. You can't afford to leave conceptual questions which are directly from the NCERT. You can't crack the prelims examination if you miss this. Guys, remember this. It is a relative competition. Any good candidate will not leave these questions because these questions are directly from the NCERT, guys. So you have to attempt this. Now, what to do about these two things? Guys, these kinds of questions which are map based questions, single line question, largest cocoa producer, either you know it or you don't know it. There is no elimination technique here. Okay, people can justify it, but in reality, in the exam environment, either you know it or you don't know it. Guys, this kind of table format map based questions, very difficult to solve by elimination techniques inside the examination hall. So in the first reading only, guys, if you know it, you mark it. If you don't know it, eliminate it. Okay, next reading, do not read this question. Again, I repeat, in the next reading, in the second round of reading, do not read this question. In the second round of reading, do not read this question, guys. Do not read this question. Again, very, very important thing I am telling you. Please keep this in mind. Guys. Let us move to the next one. Guys. Okay, next one is the environment and science and tech. The favorite section, guys. Here you have to increase your attempt. More number of questions you have to attempt here, guys. You can see science and tech question around 10 questions, environment around 20 questions, total 30 questions. And this is where elimination does the magic. This is where elimination does the magic. Most of the science and tech questions, most of the environment based questions, you get elimination technique. As you can see, this is elimination techniques, environment question, science and tech question. So guys, out of 30 questions, it is my request to everyone, please attempt around 15 questions correctly. Easily 15 questions you can do correctly. Here also guys, it this kind of, okay, either you know it or you don't know it. Either you know it or you don't know it. This is very, very important. Do not miss this, guys. Do not miss this. Either you know it or you don't know it, guys. Such kind of questions which are factual based question, environment questions, guys. Okay, Brazil, which species, Indonesia, which it is, you know it or you don't know it. If you don't know it, just eliminate that. Okay, so 15 questions. 15 questions is how much? 15 question is how much, guys? Okay, around 30 marks. Okay, in geography I did not write the marks. Okay, so here what I have told you, geography 5 marks, 5 questions, 10 marks. 5 question, 10 marks. Okay, conceptual question, 3-4 conceptual question, 1-2 math based question if you get it right. Okay, 5 questions, 5 questions means 10 marks. So guys, till now you have scored around 36 marks plus 10 marks, it is around, okay, 46 marks. It is around 46 marks. Now let us move on to the environment and science and tech. In environment and science and tech, you are getting around 15 questions. 15 questions is equal to 30 marks. Now it is how much? Calculate, please calculate. Okay, we are 45 plus, okay, 45 plus how many? 15 questions. 15 questions means 30 marks. Around 75 we have reached. Around 75 we have reached comfortably. And how much time? So guys, 45 minutes in polity and economy, next geography around 15 minutes, and next science and tech around 30 minutes, science and tech and environment. You can see 45 plus 15, okay, 60 plus 30, 90 minutes are over. 90 minutes are over. You are left with next 30 minutes. Now is the magic. Now the magic will start. Now you move to a section which is my favorite section, and if you are part of our Optima series, if you have Optima notes, if you have Optima cards, you can see some of the Optima cards, guys. I have prepared very scientific maps in news. Okay, you can see IR based question. Either you know it or you don't know it. Either you know it or you don't know it. Guys, all the questions will come from my prediction. I can tell you, I have covered IR very, very scientifically, guys. In the card format, you can see my cards here, guys. These questions you solved there last year, around 7 questions to 8 questions are coming from this. Okay, here you know it and you mark it. You know it, mark it. There is no elimination techniques here. You know it, and most of the questions, again I'm saying, will be from my prediction. So 15 minutes you spend, okay, in all these questions. Not 15 minutes, I would say 15 minutes is not needed for this. Okay, I think 10 minutes is more than enough for this 8 to 10 questions, okay, which are math based questions from international relation. And if you have followed my card, I can guarantee you, guys, here out of this, okay, 5 questions easily. So 10 marks again you are going to get here. 10 marks again you are going to get here. Next comes the schemes and miscellaneous section. Why I am saying schemes and miscellaneous section is, guys, here the questions are very tough. The questions are not very easy. You see 3 statements, 4 statements are given. So you have to eliminate options here, guys. Here you have to look for ministries, you have to look for factual statements, and you have to eliminate that. I have already taught elimination techniques in my mentorship batch about the schemes, guys. This is very, very important. So schemes, there are around 3 to 4 questions. It is difficult to solve, let me tell you honestly. If you get 1 question also, it is a bonus for you. Okay, so around 2 marks here. And last but not the least comes the history section. In the last 15 minutes, in the last 10 to 15 minutes, go for history, guys. History is the toughest section, guys. Here you can see these are very easy question in history. Every year at least 2 to 3 questions will be very easy in history. For example, this year Harappa civilization, prehistoric, okay, prehistoric history is very, very important. So every year some question comes. Literature is very important, Prakrit, okay, all this kind of, okay, things are important. And guys, these are factual questions. These are factual questions. Either you know it or you don't know it. Like this, you go for 1 round. Entire paper you go for 1 round. Here also, guys, I can tell you easily, okay, 2 to 3 questions means 6 marks. You can easily manage here. Okay, let me just count here. This is first reading only. This is first reading. Okay, first reading, 6 marks. You can see here 6 marks. Then here also 2 marks, 8 marks. Then here, okay, 10 marks, 18 marks. Okay, 18 marks. Here we have around how much? Okay, so we are already 75 marks plus 18 to 20 marks, around 95 marks you get in the first reading only. In the first reading only you will get around 95 marks. Okay, now what we have done? We have gone through the entire paper. We have gone through the entire paper and we have crossed all those questions which we can't solve. Okay, and then what we do? We start picking those questions which we think we can eliminate options, which we are not able to eliminate option in the first round. We will start eliminating options here. Okay, so this is how you attempt the entire paper. Again I am saying, okay, start with polity and economy. Polity first, economy second. In economy, guys, do not attempt these kinds of questions which you do not know. Okay, which is current based question, term based question which you do not know. Do not attempt this kind of questions. Do not attempt this kind of questions. Unnecessarily you will get negatives. If you don't know it, leave it. Solve these kinds of conceptual questions. Okay, in polity you will be knowing mostly if you have read Lakshmikant properly, if you have read current affairs properly. So polity you will be attempting most of the questions. So in these two sections, guys, you will be attempting most of the questions. And then comes this type of questions, guys, environment and science and tech. This is the okay, what I will say, okay, make or break. If you fail to eliminate options here, guys, very less chance that you will be able to qualify prelims examination, because I believe this is the score, like one of the most scoring sections, environment and science and tech. Most of the science and tech questions, none, some, all these kinds of questions, they are framings, very simple questions. But if you solve only by knowledge, it is next to impossible. You have to eliminate options. So this section is very, very important, science and tech and environment. So you have to solve in the middle of the exam, not in the end. Again, I'm saying do not solve this in the end. If you solve science and tech question in the end, if you solve environment question in the end, you will not be able to apply elimination techniques. This will be somewhere in the mid. Don't start your question solving. Don't start your paper with elimination. No, there also no. In the middle elimination. Guys, again I'm saying start with the confidence. Okay, polity, I know it, it is correct. Start with, okay, economy, start with geography. These are conceptual questions. You know these questions are correct. Guys. Conceptual question, NCERT based conceptual question, atmosphere, okay, oceanography. These are conceptual question. You know this is correct, guys. Start with these kinds of subjects, polity, economy, geography. These are conceptual question. Once you start moving to these sections, guys, environment, science and tech questions are becoming more dynamic in nature. Questions are becoming more, okay, framed with elimination techniques. Now you are ready to take little bit risk. This is how you solve in the middle of exam. The second hour, the first hour is what? The first hour is, okay, economy, polity and geography. The first hour is what? Polity, economy and geography. In the second hour is what? Second hour you start with science and tech and environment. First 30 minutes. And next is what? Next is international relations. Schemes, and in the last 5-10 minutes, history. In history also, guys, okay, this year there are two kinds of questions. One is map based questions. Either you know it or you don't know it. But there are conceptual questions also, like this year, Indus Valley civilization. Okay, languages, classical languages are very, very important. So you can expect these questions, guys. Again, remember, UPSC Prelims examination is, okay, about applying your knowledge, staying calm so that you can apply common sense. You can read between the lines. Be very calm. Do not judge the paper. Do not, okay, think that, okay, this is a tough paper, the cutoff will decrease, or this is a very easy paper, cutoff will increase. Just go with the flow. Keep solving questions. Okay, keep marking questions which you can't solve, which you think it is undoable. Just cross it so that you will save your time in the second reading, guys. You will save in the time in your second reading. So this is how you attempt, guys. So let me just sum up here. Okay, these were the questions. So I just sum up this, guys. Okay, I just sum up this. Okay, so what is the sequence? Sequence is polity, economy, geography, environment, science, IR, schemes, history. This is the sequence. What we do? First 1 minute, glance the paper, go to polity. First 1 minute, glance the paper, go to polity, solve in this sequence the entire paper, entire 100 questions, solve it. The questions which you feel like, okay, table format question, one-liner question where elimination techniques can't be applied, just cross it, so that when you come for the second round, guys, you don't need to read those questions again, because already you know it that you don't know it, so you will not waste your time in the second reading, guys. Okay, round 2 you will not waste it. Okay, second, when to apply elimination techniques, guys. In polity question where constitution is mentioned, generally those statements are incorrect. Constitution defines. In environment question, okay, related to pollution sources in treaties, environmental treaties, okay. In science and tech question, none, some, okay. So you can go through all my elimination techniques which I have taught you, guys. In economy also, trend based question, largest, smallest, okay, highest, okay, these kinds of question. When to leave a question, guys, one-liner question, if you have heard it for the first time, table wise question if you have heard it for the first time. Do not take unnecessarily risk, guys. UPSC cutoff these days are very low. You don't need to attempt everything to qualify the prelims examination. Remember always this, guys, you just need 90 to 95 marks to sail through prelims comfortably. Unnecessarily don't lose marks. You watch my video how to reduce your negative in my YouTube channel, you will get an idea. Okay, how to understand the difficulty nature of paper, guys. In the initial 15 minutes only, when you solve the polity, when you solve the economy, if polity economy, okay, they are asking something random question, then remember, if polity and economy they are asking tough question, then the entire paper will be a very tough paper. If polity and economy you are able to sail through very easily, remember the cutoff will remain the same. So polity and economy, first 15-20 minutes you will be able to decide the paper is easy paper or tough paper, and how to decide how many questions to attempt. So guys, I would say that generally I have made a video how many questions to attempt. You can go through that videos also, how many questions to attempt. So approximately, if the pattern remains the same, 80 to 85 attempt is a safe attempt. Okay, you can again watch my video which I have made. Again, guys, let me tell you, UPSC Prelims examination is about confidence, is about mindset, is about planning. Make a plan, use whatever I have taught here today. Okay, you can just tweak according to your requirement. Okay, I'm not saying that blindly follow this, but you can use this, whatever I have shared. If you find something interesting, something useful, incorporate in your plan, but have a plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Again, remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Guys, have a plan for the D-Day. Have a plan. How are you going to spend those 2 hours? Because for entire year, you are studying for those 2 hours. Those 2 hours are very, very crucial. You should have a plan. And you should execute the plan. Have the confidence in the next 3-4 days. Remain calm. Do not overstudy. Do not overstress yourself. Be calm. Be confident. You can join my Telegram channel on the day of exam. 1 day before exam, I will help you revise many important topics. With this, I will take your leave. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.